Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast, April 17th, 2019, as we prepare for what will be another convention weekend. We'll be talking about what's to come. We're also going to be recapping a convention that we were at before the last podcast, that being Winnie City PonyCon. Of course, the season 9, the final season of Generation 4 has begun, so we'll be discussing that as well as the episode that aired on Saturday, this past Saturday. We'll have spoiler screens just in case anyone's nervous about finding something out and hasn't seen it yet. Yep. Good luck to you. Now, as we typically begin, we'll jump into food post. But first off, to introduce who we have here tonight, to my left is PaleoSteno.
Wait, I'm to your left?
I think you are. No, maybe you're straight ahead of me. I'm not good with directions. Also, actually to my left is Saberspark.
Hi.
We got Laura.
Hey.
And I don't know where you are, but Toodles somewhere out there in the abyss.
I'm actually on his left.
No, not the abyss. Don't go down there.
Yeah,
Oh god, no, please.
Well, so welcome in, everybody. Hope that you all had a wonderful last 2 weeks. We'll be finding out what everyone else has been up to lately. Oh, Hirosashii's in the house.
Eating a bag of chips.
Yep.
I was hoping that you didn't know that you were in here. You're just gonna just keep eating. Again,
Hirosashii's kitty cat is another person who'll be joining the podcast.
Is she meowing?
No, not yet, but eventually.
Oh, she will. She will come right up next to this microphone and just make a sound.
Oh, she's so good.
Oh, but yeah.
Want to give a big shout out as we kick off this podcast, by the way, to F, who gave us a very
a very
the letter F.
A very good super chat.
F is for
Friends who do stuff together.
U is for you and me. And as for any time and
Get down!
Get down! Yeah, Nickelodeon
Don't
made that
stop!
freaking tweet. It was like N is for, and they left it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and everyone's like, Do you want us to do the thing? Like, is that... Are you asking us to make this mistake?
What do you want from us, Nickelodeon?
I just love the people that were
terrible.
like, I'll do this for everyone else. But yeah, so again, big thank you to F for that super chat. For anyone that would like to send in super chats, we'll be doing a Q&A session later, and super chats will be prioritized. The money goes to helping us make a bigger, better podcast for you all. And it sometimes makes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's start with the food posts. Let's dive into this and see what people are eating.
Okay, let me just...
I had so much popcorn last night.
I think I need to fix the screen for that. 1 second. Keep on talking about what you ate last night or whatever.
I had popcorn last night after Dickies last night.
Yeah.
Big Dickies. That's it.
Nice.
That's it. Well, looks like you figured it out.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So,
Just takes a few seconds.
let's kick off this food post extravaganza with Anime Guy 01, who we saw at Winnie City PonyCon.
Nice.
As it says, here's a mac and cheese with bacon pot pie. What?
It is...
Excuse me?
Oh, it is actually bigger than I thought it was. It looks smaller when it's in the small view, but then you bake...
This is a thing?
Still not big enough, I think.
This is a thing.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this before. Nice.
There'll never be an end to humanity's courageous exploration of foods.
Oh, I think I heard a kid.
I heard a cat.
Yeah, she's right next to the microphone.
Cute.
That sounds delicious, Anime Guy. Hope you enjoy.
And the cookie was great, by the way. I did eat it.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Whoa, people are stepping up their games here tonight. Rosie Diamond says, probably can't make it tonight, but I'm celebrating my 19th birthday Monday with my all-time favorite creme brulee.
Oh,
Oh, I'm jealous.
fancy.
Dude, so I remember the first time I ate creme brulee, and I didn't understand how, like burnt sugar works.
Uh-huh.
And I think I actually cut the roof of my mouth.
Oh.
Oh no.
Because I was dumb and was like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, that stuff's sharp.
Yeah.
So, but it is
Another bite.
delicious. And yes, yeah, it was worth going back in. So happy birthday, Rosie.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
What are you gonna say?
What? Oh, sorry, I was still staring at the creme brulee.
It's
Happy
good.
birthday.
Norse Brony has had a chicken steak with cheesy fries and sausages while I watch Saber throw Race's popcorn across the room. Nice.
Yeah.
We'll get into that story a little bit later. Speaking of popcorn.
You call those cheesy fries?
Wow.
Maybe the cheese is inside the fries. Or is the
That
cheese...
sucks.
Wait, or is that the cheese, like the chunks on top?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah, just
You gotta
cheese
melt
chunks
that
on top.
shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said you call that cheesy fries.
that is so interesting. It's like Lunchable cheese. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I've never seen cheesy fries like that before. Hey, that's innovation. I also like the shot of Saberspark in the background, remorsing over my spilt popcorn.
Good times.
Yeah, for you, maybe. Nikki D says some shameless self-promo disguised as a SPP Foods post. Got a kind bar and water for the Semi-Perfect Podcast. Going to be working on a video for a song Ingot coming out soon.
I think he meant to say I got.
Ingot.
Oh, look at the line of ponies.
See,
With
here we
Celestia
go.
being the biggest.
What's the poster?
The
There
poster.
on the right. Yeah.
I don't know. There's an Eevee and a Jolteon and a bunch of other Pokemon stuff. There's a Kirby.
While they're working on a video, I am rendering one just behind us. I just smacked my camera and probably broke it again. I talk with my hands even when I'm on a podcast.
Yeah. And the amazing thing is that his camera is behind us.
Yeah, it's true.
His
Nor
hands go
Mermaid.
everywhere.
Ooh, now this is legit. Celebrating booking my trip to Seattle Forever Free Northwest and getting 2 panels approved with pizza and ice cream. Hyped. That is some legit looking pizza. Like that's a hunk of a slice. It looks
Beautiful.
like
Yeah.
I think it's 2 slices.
it, I mean,
It
is. It is, but that's still 2
Melded
very
into one big slice.
big slices.
Nice.
Cool. You know, Nora will be hosting a Black Griffin appreciation panel
Ah.
at Everfree Northwest. True Blue, a True Blue friend, says, celebrating my 25th birthday early with bacon ranch quesadillas at Chili's. Those are good. I also like the shirt.
Yeah,
I
I get those too. They're great.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
those are so when I go to Chili's, that is one of my 2 things that I typically get. It's either a little like 6-ounce steak thing, or that, because the quesadillas are also great to like bring home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I approve. Good choice.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah, lots of birthdays. Let's see. Let's start counting this.
There was.
By lots, you mean 2?
Well, yeah.
Alright, we got Soren. Got homemade banana bread with my whole milk glass for tonight. I was in Florida recently, and I guess you can find fossil shark teeth at a lot of beaches there. Here's one I found that is in the bull shark family. So cool, I got to keep a piece of true natural history. There's a
Nice.
Now, I'm genuinely curious. Like, when Soren says
There's the
found,
banana bread.
like, were they just walking on the beach and then like stepped on this?
Yeah,
thing?
you can find. I found some before. Like if you just walk on the beach and just look, like you can find shark teeth.
Are you kidding
Like
me?
it. Yeah.
It
just
shouldn't be
leave
that
them around like
surprised.
that?
They
Gosh,
have
But do you think there's a factory at the bottom of the ocean that steals shark teeth?
like Sharks have a lot of teeth.
No, but like,
And-
Yeah, sharks go through a lot of teeth during their lifetime, so there's gonna be like a lot of fossilized ones that show up too.
wouldn't that hurt?
Oh
Like,
my
what if
God.
you step?
You guys trying to tell me that there's not a shark tooth fairy? Because I cannot believe that.
I've been missing out on so much money.
Sequel to
Right?
Shark Tale.
Shark teeth.
Shark Tooth Fairy.
It's a shark. I used to think, by the way, that they weren't saying sharp tooth in Land Before Time. I thought they used to say shark tooth.
I thought they
Yeah.
were saying shark tooth.
Hi, Gabe.
No,
Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Black Griffin in the house, all the way from wherever you are right now.
I'm in Kauai, Hawaii.
How
What?
Kauai.
Oh my god, it was like it was just so easy, I guess.
So easy. Gabe, how you doing?
Oh, I'm okay. It's been pretty hectic, man. A lot of craziness going on. I'm just trying to get this video done before Friday, but it's gonna have to go live. I hate when you guys know how it is if you're busy and you have to be somewhere when you're like, my favorite part of posting a video is like making it go live and then reading the comments and engaging with the people, and I'm not going to be able to do that. It's
Well,
going to
why
have
do you
to
want
go
to read
live.
comments?
Oh, well, some of them are bad, but most of them are usually nice, and it's nice. Initially, the people who are subscribed are the first people to see it, so that's when the
Yeah.
comments are the nicest, and I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to just trust that it's going to go live when it's supposed to on its own, because I have an obligation during the morning, so it's a bit unfortunate, but otherwise I'm doing really well, and I'm getting my work done.
Very good. Well, we're happy to have you joining us here tonight.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be joining you. I may have to leave abruptly because
Because you're you.
yeah, well, I mean, I'm here for a show, and so I never know when they're gonna want to like rehearse or stuff like that. So.
I heard a cat again.
Are you serious?
Now, Gabe, only because of timing, and I know how busy you are. I'm going to ask you cryptically because we are live, so I'm going to leave out details. But were you able to do the thing that Saber Knight contacted you about?
Oh no, I have not been able to do that yet.
Okay.
I will though. Actually, I drafted a thing, so I'm gonna send the thing now, and that way, I'll just set it in motion.
Excellent. All right, cool. So there we go. Our cryptic conversation here as we're live in front of.
Hey guys! Actually, something exciting happened. Well, you might have seen it on Twitter, but I was actually really in a terrible mood because I
That's awesome,
already
dude.
had. Oh, thank you. No, but I had been like 3 days ago. I flew back from Mississippi and I got stuck in Denver, and they canceled all the flights to Tucson. So I had to, get on another flight to Phoenix, and I almost missed that flight. Then my bag didn't get sent to the right spot, and it was just all really annoying. A whole horrible day. And then 2 days later, I had to go and what is that typing sound so loud?
I need to apparently put up my gating. Everyone's hearing everything. Dang.
I was about to message Hero. I'm like,
Oh yeah, my microphone is incredibly loud. What in the world? One sec.
But anyway, long story short, that flight got delayed too. Oh my god.
Yeah, that fixed
Yeah?
it, hopefully.
That flight got delayed. I almost missed my flight to Hawaii. But while I was waiting, I noticed that Adam Young went and started and followed me on Instagram and started commenting on my posts. And one of his posts was, "Oh my gosh, this is incredible! You inspire me." And I was like, "What the heck?"
Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Could you not believe your eyes?
No, I could not believe my eyes. And then he's been favoriting my posts. Like he just favored another one today. So I'm like, maybe he'll work with us on our new album. That would be great. I would love that.
Nice.
It'd be very exciting. So
Yeah,
anyway, there's my happy moment.
nice. I like happy moments. They make me happy.
City the name of the city from Resident Evil? That's Raccoon City. Never mind.
Yes, Raccoon City.
Ah,
A different animal city.
Oh wait,
I've loved
City.
Al City like since I was a kid. Like he's been one of my I wouldn't say my favorite artist, but just someone that I really, really enjoy his
Kid,
music.
when did he come out?
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, when did he come out?
Fireflies
No.
came out in 2007, didn't it? So I was 17.
Oh yeah, like project in 2007.
I was
That is-
legally a
that-
child.
I guess.
Gabe, that is cool, dude. That like a big
Hey,
A-lister
yeah.
saw an A-minuser, so that's cool.
Thanks,
Alright.
man.
We've just got a couple more food posts to get through.
Cool.
We've got Railroad Bronies tonight listening to the Semi-Perfect Pod as I finish packing for BabsCon, snaking and
it does say
snaking
snaking.
on Totino's pizza rolls with a cool lemonade.
Snaking.
Sneaking. Totino's pizza
Nice.
rolls.
Now that's funny. I always crack up when I see people who are like, "I'm packed." I'm like, "Nice. I'll pack an hour before my flight."
And then it's ya blue boy Lightning working on badges and art for Everfree Northwest while eating a snack cake. Nice.
Awesome.
Look at that art. That you?
Oh.
I think that's you.
Oh.
It look like you.
Look at I think that's dope. Why did you say it like that?
Oh, we got a last
It
minute.
sound like some rap music.
We got Fritz Roll. Here's a delicious sweet apple for my SPP Foods. Ironically, I didn't have to pay cash nor credit to get it. Nice.
Ah,
So you stole it.
album freaking reference.
We
take cash or credit.
Oh man. Again, thank you to all of our podcasters for being here. So I'm curious to hear how everyone's last 2 weeks have been. Gabe, we got kind of a look into your last week of excitement with flights and whatnot. But anything else new that you can talk about?
Sorry, I was just typing something in the chat, but there's an addendum to my last statement. What was wait, what was your question?
I was just wondering if anything else is exciting and new
Oh, sure.
that you can talk about.
I'm working on. I mean, as far as my YouTube channel goes, if anyone gives a poop about that, I'm working on genre switching 4
no
right
one
now.
really does, to be honest.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
Not many people even watch your stuff, to be honest.
But anyway, I'm working on genre switching challenge 4, and that's coming along decently. I'm really happy with it. It's pretty funny, and I think people will like it. But like, I'm in the thick of editing right now, so I'm like stressed. But it'll be
Watch
good.
out that your laptop doesn't get fucking TSA'd like Jack's Blades did.
Well, actually, it
Oh.
did. My screen doesn't work. I'm running it off a monitor right now, and that's another issue that I'm.
Paleo, tell the TSA story about Jack's Blade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they thought Jack's Blade's laptop was a bomb.
Of course they did.
Given
Yeah.
Jack's
He got
ones-
randomly selected, right?
Yeah, and like they broke the hinge on his laptop.
just to make sure.
Like, right?
All right.
I don't know what
Yeah,
they.
and he got like a note saying like the TSA isn't responsible for any damages.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened to me. So my
Oh,
laptop
TSA.
is liquid cooled, so they're almost always pulling it for extra inspection. But this time they took it in a back room. When they gave it back, there's this little chip missing out of the left corner. The left mouse clicker doesn't work, and the screen doesn't work. So I'm guessing they opened it up.
Do they just throw these
Wow.
things against the wall and they're like, all right, it didn't explode.
Yeah. Didn't explode. I guess we're good here.
God bless the TSA.
Now take off your shoes.
Oh man, that sucks. We've had equipment with low budget TV flying to events where we had a computer monitor. Luckily, it wasn't like the laptop, but it was a monitor. We got to the track and turned it on, and all we saw were like 3 different colors split and cracked throughout the screen.
Oh.
Oh god.
We're like, oh, well, that'll be the last time we do that. So yeah.
That's.
What about Laura? What's new with you?
I was not ready. I didn't do anything.
You're a working gal.
I am. I'm still working at my job, so I didn't get fired, so that's good.
It's a great start.
Uh-huh.
Great start.
I went back to where Steven is, and we hung out for the weekend. And I decided to get some stuff because I had to get costume things for BabsCon. And yep.
Cool.
Oh, I
Nice.
got some. A friend of mine just got back from Madagascar.
Well,
Is that a place you can go?
right?
Yes, actually. And
It's not
also
just a
he, like,
movie.
Only if you're a lion and
He,
a
like,
giraffe.
audits
And a hippo.
like non-profit organizations over there. But he brought me back this rum that's like vanilla infused, and like they grow vanilla there, so it's like really, really good.
But why is the rum gone?
It's not anymore.
It's back.
Burn all the food, the sherry, the rum.
Why is the rum always gone?
Always gone.
What about
That's why.
what about that's why. Saber, what's new with you?
Why are so many fucking people walking up to my house? It's so weird. I started off with some
Why are
Mormons.
they doing that while they're walking?
No, here's the weird shit. Is I feel like I'm not even their designated target. Well, except for one kid. Okay, started off this morning. I was walking my dog, had my back turned against the road, but still cautious because I never know if someone's gonna come up and stab me. So I gotta be ready.
Especially for
And
you.
these-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, especially these 3 Mormon ladies walked by, and they were like, "Cute dog." And I turned around, I'm like, "Thank you." And they're like, "Oh, what's his name?" I'm like, "It's Lammy." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And I immediately identified their by using an optical, pat down. I knew that they were Mormons, and I was like, "You're Mormons," and they're like, "Yep." And I'm like,
What do you want?
Do you have like Bible X-ray goggles or something? And you're like, oh my god. they
I
have
can
two
tell by
Bibles.
their clothes.
They've got many Bibles.
I was thinking about that one. Oh no, Mormons and whatever.
It's
But
'cause they were singing, "Hello, my name is Elder Price." That's what was happening.
but I was like, yeah, these are Mormons, and they're like, yep, we're Mormons, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought, and I was like, what's up? And they're like, where are you gonna go when you die? And I'm like, I don't know, man, like, and they're like, what do you?
I'm going right to heck.
I'm like, yeah,
Don't say that in front of Lammy.
yeah, dude, stop it. The Lammy's gonna cry.
too.
The Lammy.
He'll be there. Who said that? He'll be there too.
Oh yeah, dude. But yeah, I was like, I don't know, I'm like agnostic Christian or something like that. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, yep. And I'm like, where do y'all? I'm like, Mormons, right? And like, yeah. And I'm like, so like Church of Latter-day Saints. And I'm like, that's right. And I'm like, you all like are the ones who own Utah. And they're like, lol, I guess. And I'm like, cool. And I'm like, all right, bye. And then later in the day, these 2 very southern-looking guys walk up to my door during like the podcast with Paleo I was doing earlier, and I was afraid because they looked really rough and tough, like textbook redneck.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get killed. I opened the door. I was like, so what's up? And they're like, your yard. I'm like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. And they're like, I was like, sorry, my yard grass
Yeah,
is
you
so
thought it was
long."
like the HOA or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, this is my HOA. Then
Yard grass. Is the said.
And they're like, no, we want to mow your yard. And I'm like, oh, okay, good, go for it. And so there was like a Reddit post where it's like, watch out, there's baby bunnies in grass. And I'm like, well, yeah, I guess there's enough bunnies in the world, so go for it.
Sorry,
How's
Judy.
Jeff feel about that?
You monster.
Yeah,
This is why I would
Judy's
never...
story ends right there. No.
What?
And
Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, dude. So they did my yard, and
Treachery. Lawnmowers.
it's weird though because I was sitting in my office and they were like mowing outside my office, which is like a bit like I'm like I don't know the house is about like whatever. I was like looking out my window and I felt so bad. Like I'm like, why do I feel so fancy? I've got a nice little coffee and my computer office job. And then these guys, blue collar workers, mowing the yard. I'm like, I should call it the drapes. I feel like this class divide is gonna get on my nerves. And then
he's
they,
just tired of seeing them in their squalor.
and I'm like, they're
Yeah.
disgusting. They make me feel. They make
Why
me
are we
feel
just
gross.
saying Zootopia words?
So they do their job. But then here's the part that got me the most. I was walking Lammy again, about
Again.
an hour ago, and I'm like, oh god, no! And there's like these 4 teenagers walking in the street. And I'm like, fuck, they're gonna talk to me. I just know it. And I'm like hurrying it along, and I'm like, here we go. Here, and one of them goes, hey man, can I pet your dog? And I'm like, no, fuck off. I didn't say fuck off. I'm like, no. And this maybe like middle schoolers or whatever, but they're like, hey man, you got any toilet paper? I'm gonna shit out my dick. And that's what they said verbatim. I'm not even
you
joking.
serious?
What? I'm not even
That
joking.
sounds like a truth or dare, man.
Wait. So you led this story with one of them saying, "Hey, can I pet your dog?"
Yes,
And
yes,
then you-
Laura.
Then he went to, "I'm gonna shit out my dick."
No, because there was like a short one who I'm pretty sure I've met before while walking with Lammy, who actually said, "Hey, cute dog." And I'm like, "Thanks." And I don't trust you. I'm immediately on my guard.
Where the fuck do you live, Saber?
No, but this all happened today. And I'm like, nothing ever happened. So why is it happening all today? And then the other guy was like, "Yeah, you get toilet paper, I'm gonna shit out my dick." And my reaction was, "I'm all out."
So wait,
I turned around and I walked inside. And here's the thing: is I get it. It's not an excuse. But teenagers are like, I don't know. It's like when a kid starts walking and they're like, "Hey, I got legs. I'm gonna use them." It's like a teenager realizes, "Oh, I got a fucking mouth. I'm gonna talk." And I'm like, what? Do they say the stupidest shit because they want to be heard, they want to be seen, they want to think they actually fucking matter?
They don't.
But like, it just, but I don't know. It just like, I don't know, man. People are weird. So it went from kind Mormons to intimidating rednecks to annoying teenagers. And I'm not going outside until today's over.
I have so many.
What's the next
people when I
step
was
in
looking
the
after Lammy?
sequence?
I have so many.
Probably
What's the next
some
logical step?
assassin waiting for me outside. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, they're gonna wait for you to leave, and then I'll look after Lammy while you're gone next month, and like I'll just be there, like nobody will come up to me when I'm walking Lammy, but they all come to you when you come back.
So I have two points on this. The first being, Saber, I think it's mildly insensitive of you to assume that the guy wasn't actually going to shit out of his dick. You know,
I'm sorry. I apologize.
like, wasn't there a guy back in the day who had
It just snapped off when they
like,
were.
I
going
think
at
he
it.
had surgery done with his intestines, and they hooked up the wrong plumbing.
Oh God!
Let's not think about that. Anyways, but my
No
I have to go back to.
Impossible.
I hope it's impossible. I
I've
have to
tried. It doesn't work.
really concentrated hard.
It's like ice cream, funneling ice cream through.
Oh.
Already.
But I was gonna say, did you say that the guys that mowed your lawn, like you didn't even know who they were? They just wanted to mow your lawn.
You're cutting out fierce, brother.
I am.
What'd you say?
I was asking, did you say that?
You didn't know the rednecks.
Yeah, the people that mowed your lawn.
I felt bad because I felt like I was like associated with racism because one of them had a Confederate hat, and I kind of panicked because they're like, "We do your yard." I'm like, "Yes," and because my grass is super long, but one of them had a Confederate hat, and I went inside, and I'm like, "Damn it, I'm a racist, aren't I?"
Yep.
And
Confirmed.
Hey, it's
Heard it here
impossible.
first, folks.
it sucks, dude. I was like, "Why am I giving money to a racist?" I
Man,
don't
it
care if he's
sucks
got a
being a
family.
racist.
That bothered me. I'm pretty sure that's
How
the
does
guy.
it feel?
I don't
I've always
know,
wondered
dude.
what it felt like being a racist.
Yeah, tell us your struggles.
Hero, I'm sorry, dude.
I wasn't listening.
Hey, Hero, how have your last 2 weeks been?
I'm doing alright. Just living life, working. That's about it. Really nothing
How's the
interesting.
kitty?
She is doing well. I took her to Banfield today. And
Oh, good.
yeah, cats don't like the vet. as
Oh,
well.
they do not.
But I was so happy when the lady was like, she was so very clearly trying to not spaz out. She's like, "Okay, so we're gonna need to give Lena like a rabies shot," and I was like, "You okay, madam?" And like as soon as she opened the door, like right before it closed on the other side, she was like, "Oh my gosh, look at this kitty, it's adorable." And then I heard like, "Oh my god, is it named Gora?" I was like, "Yes, it is." I was like, "Yay, people like my kitty."
Maybe we're talking too much.
And then Paleo, your last 2 weeks, how have they been?
Um,
Are you what's Star's boyfriend's name?
Star boyfriend.
What's Star's boyfriend's name?
Tom.
Not Marco. Yeah, are you Tom's grandfather? You were like, ah!
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Halo's been doing that a lot recently. Like,
Why?
actually,
Like,
whenever,
why?
When I was at
whenever
Sarah's.
he was visiting, I'd be like "Good morning, Paleo," and she'd ah! Like, what
Like, stop it!
fucking pterodactyl in my living room. Jesus.
Yeah, but I was looking up after Saber's place while he was at Winnie City, and just looked after Lammy. He was just being Lammy, just laying on the couch.
He's always.
That's what
done
he
that.
does best. He's that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Paleo. We actually never left our room at Winnie City. We just watched you the whole time. The whole time.
You just watch what?
You.
Oh.
Oh, on the camera.
We're like, look at Paleo. Look at his delicate butt.
But no, I've been working on video stuff. I've been putting out more videos recently. I've been trying to do this thing where I put at least like 3 videos out a week for the next like few weeks and see how long I can go for it.
Cool.
Do it.
So, yeah.
Good.
We started like our new Toon Clash bracket because like with me, Saber, Pan, Jackson, Cosmodor, where we go over like these different cartoons. We finished the Cartoon Network bracket a few weeks ago, and we started the Nickelodeon bracket now. So the first 2 episodes of that are out, and they're on my channel.
Nice.
So you can check that out.
Awesome.
Nickelodeon bracket. Please.
Sarah,
Yeah.
what have you been up to?
I went to Texas for a brief amount of time this past weekend. It rained a lot, and trees were downed, and like it rained enough to fill like a canoe up completely with water. It was pretty nuts. So yeah, but I mean, even with the rain, it was still a good weekend, and we mostly did activities indoors. It was like a camp sort of thing that I volunteered for. But yeah, it was fun, despite the rain.
Cool.
I have an actual question, like a legitimate. It's not a joke.
Mhm.
When was the last time it rained in California? Does it rain often?
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday?
I think it rained like really early yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so it definitely does.
Yeah, we've actually had an unusually wet winter over here.
Yeah, it's been a very rainy season, which for the last like 7 years, I think every year they've been like, oh, it's going to be a really wet season. Yeah. And then it like rains once and everyone's like, wow.
It rained a lot here.
Yeah, this year it finally actually like came down.
Yeah, so you got the super blooms, and then the super blooms attract bugs, and then the bugs attract rodents, and then the rodents
Apple
attract
blooms.
rattlesnakes. So yeah, that's the whole
Fun.
ecosystem is
Circle of life.
Yep.
By the way, we just got a super chat from Ryan.
Is Ryan Canadian?
Yeah.
Really? Huh. I didn't know he was Canadian.
Oh, Canadian. I heard comedian. I was like,
Are you? Is he?
Could be both.
He could be. He never said he wasn't a comedian. Dang.
It says, don't donate here often, so I just wanted to say you're all great. Also, Laura, glad you loved the figure I sent.
Oh my god, it was the best. I finally got it from Saber.
What?
What?
Sorry, guys. That was Anna. She's just
I was like, who is that?
I'm like, who just got in
like
here?
delicious bread.
I said pies. Here you
Oh,
go.
she said pause. All right, sorry. Yeah, no, this is one of the people that I'm staying here in Hawaii with. Everybody on the podcast, say hello to Anna.
Hello.
Hi.
I just made food.
She just made.
Wait,
food.
what did you make?
Hi. Oh, she said, "What'd you make?"
Bread.
Bread.
Is
Bread
this gel?
actually my favorite
Everyone
food.
thinks that's very funny.
Gabe, do you need it?
Sorry,
do you need
guys.
help? Blink twice if you need.
You can't see me blinking. You can't see me blinking. There's a lot of girls here.
Yeah.
You can't,
Don't
you can't,
throw stuff at
don't-
me.
don't-
Oh
don't
my
say
gosh.
sentences. You gotta stop saying sentences right now.
Oh, I can eat it now that it's been thrown at me and it's on the ground. I really appreciate
is he
that.
still
Thank
talking
you.
about
that
bread
is
right now?
that's someone's
Okay,
fantasy.
no, here. I should just like mute the mic right now.
Yeah.
No,
Thank you so much.
he didn't mute the mic.
Nope.
Oh, that's really good.
Nora's like, that's a fantasy.
Thank you.
What did you do? Put a pillow over the mic? Like,
Someone just like clip the audio just to get these like individual little bits.
what are they talking about?
I wonder what Anna's favorite food is.
Probably bread.
Probably.
Today, right? You didn't even met me.
Wait, there's more than one.
Oh god.
There's two.
Well, he
Is
says
the other one Elsa?
there's a lot of
multiple,
there's a lot of women
You have to take 2 more.
and only
They're
one man.
multiplying.
Interesting. I wonder if Gabe.
Gabe's life is so fucking weird.
What is this guy? Oh, you know, I was in Hawaii with a couple of teenagers and they throw bread on the floor and I eat it.
There's your
What can
food.
you do? I'm gonna go fly tomorrow
No,
and
he's
record an
in.
album with Owl City.
Right.
Yeah. Well, cool. As far as I go, really, the last 2 weeks of excitement have really kind of focused around. You were dumb, right? Oh, we were talking about rain. About probably Winnie City. That was the biggest highlight. Other than that, work and doing the racing stuff on the weekends. So, yeah, I've been doing a lot of editing also on some future low budget uploads. So, yeah. And then, yeah, I think tonight we're going to work on a Everfree Northwest promo. So, nice. All right. Well, Gabe completely did not mute his mic, so we'll listen in on his whatever conversations.
I'm gonna talk about Gabe for. I remember, just hate him. I really do.
Kind of cutting out, my boy.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Is he?
Never mind.
he was for us.
You guys need more than 14 down.
We have 16 now.
Oh shit! Nice, dude.
Excuse you, sir.
Pardon me. Stand correct. All right. What's the next thing on the docket?
All right. Well,
Y'all gotta stop saying Zootopia words. What is going on?
There were words before Zootopia word. damn it.
No! You're saying it?
Words existed before Zootopia.
No,
They were
they
just
didn't.
words.
No, no one said squalor ever. Who said squalor?
So many people.
well, right now we could actually probably. What do you think? Should we discuss? Let's discuss Winnie City. And
I love the Midwest and all of its delicious food.
me
Cool.
too.
Cool, that wasn't a discussion.
No.
I'm going to discuss why I love their food.
Dude.
I love their burgers and fries. I love their cheese curds, the lion. I
Yes.
love to get my lips around that beer.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I love all their food. I love Midwesterners are just good people who feed my belly lots of food.
Always a good
Hot
time.
dogs and pizza and,
Oh yeah.
and all that good shit. I'm gonna comment just how much I love their food.
I mean, it's.
Just going right for the kill.
um,
But, it was a good con. Winnie City's always been a good con. The guy who runs his name is Charlie. He's very like regiment, but in a good relaxed way. If that makes any sense, where he gets the job done without being overbearing, but at the same time not being like careless. He's the right amount of like I don't know, just like hands on, but also letting things breathe.
mhm.
So, an excellent con. I highly recommend it. Any cons that he runs, I give a thumbs up to. Ciderfest, MSP, Winnie City. Enjoyed the heck out of Winnie City with their panels and the gaming room and just the amenities. It's a good con.
Mhm.
Good con. They even gave us goodie bags with popcorn that I got to eat. What'd you think of the popcorn, Race?
So let's talk about popcorn. I love popcorn. It's one of my favorite foods, and you know, when someone says, "Here, as a show of affection, we gave you popcorn," and it was free, I was like, "This is amazing." Unfortunately, my popcorn, where I like to savor my stuff. And, you know, maybe eat it at the right moment, as opposed to just diving in there, like other people.
Instead of savor, they got saber.
Saberspark.
Like other people that I roomed with this weekend.
What the heck? I didn't do anything wrong.
Except for Saber got really excited and mildly drunk and was happy that Godzilla is going to be coming out and wanted to show us what the trailer was like.
Yeah, I was like, look at me, I'm Godzilla. And I'm like, so I walked into the room because I was raving about Godzilla, King of Monsters, why it's going to be the best movie of the year. And then I was saying, like, Godzilla's the fucking man. Like, anything thrown at him, he fucking yeets that shit. No problem.
That he's, like, not at all a man in the slightest.
Metaphorical man. So he...
Okay. Making stuff up.
Stop it. But, like, I walked into the room and I'm like, see that there bottle? It's fucking Mothra. Bam! Done.
Yep.
See that there piece of paper? It's fucking Rodin. Bam! Done.
Yep.
And then my eyes slowly locked on target to a bag of popcorn that looked like it was tight enough, like it was cleaned up. And I'm like, bitches, do you all see that popcorn? It's King Ghidorah. Fuck you! And I smacked it, and it went flying across the room. That popcorn just poured everywhere. It went all over the place.
I could see it in slow motion right now in my memory.
I've never seen your face, like, kind of like, get all like twisted up over it. It was funny.
It was sad. I was like, there goes all this delicious food. And the best part was, as Saber's...
It was good.
Well, it was. Like, I was able to eat about, like, a third of my bag of popcorn. But, yeah, Saber was sitting there trying to console me. Like, hey, man, you know, it's okay. It's okay. While he's eating the popcorn off the ground. My popcorn off the ground.
It was delicious. But dude, I was a good Samaritan because then I 3 a.m. bought you ribs and potatoes.
Yes, I'm gonna get you a burrito for that. But you did get pizza, and for that I say thank you.
Thank you.
So that happened after. Yeah, that was right after. So that must have been like remorse. That must have been like a pity purchase. You're like, yeah,
it was.
But yes, and I owe you a burrito because we're gonna hammer down on those things this weekend.
Can't wait, dude.
Oh yeah. But we'll get into that coming up here. So I'm trying to think. Like you said, when you said great convention, we had a real fun time out there once again. Did a Bronies Rack panel, a YouTube panel. And then, of course, Hooves Line, and for the Hooves Line, we had a new host, Beardy, and he did a great job not only hosting, but also being thrown into the fire because everybody in the crowd was like, "We want an Irish drinking song." And Beardy's like, "Oh my God, guys, no, I don't do this." He doesn't even do it with us, like, in the car. Like, he just goes, "Yeah, you guys do whatever."
Yeah, Beardy's the best. I love Beardy. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, and he did it. He joined us in and you know, helped us out with an Irish drinking song. And yeah, it was Saber, myself, and Silver Quill. It was a lot of fun. So always a pleasure. Working with the staff and everybody at Windy City, getting to see all of the attendees. Again, it's a convention we highly recommend. You know, it's also a very good food destination if you're not from the area. It is worth it to go to this convention for the food alone. Everything else is like, yes, cherry on top. But, there's so much good surrounding this convention. And, yeah, they were down a little bit in attendance this year. As, again, moving forward with conventions, I'm anticipating to kind of be the case, if for nothing else, because of BronyCon. There's a lot of people that, you know, do budget one convention a year. If anyone's ever like, okay, this is the year I'll budget for BronyCon, this is obviously better be the year. So we'll see kind of how it affects other conventions. We have BabsCon coming up this weekend. But it wasn't a big drop. And I would hope and anticipate, and we'll see what the future holds, but my guess is that attendance will kind of level up a little bit for, like, Windy City next year. So, we'll see. But, yeah, any other stories that we should tell? I know a lot of the vlog caught most of the stuff.
Not really. It was kind of a status quo con in a lot of ways.
There was a pigeon priest that was walking around.
Oh yes, that was a weird guy. I loved it. It's fun.
Yep, he was throwing breadcrumbs at people, holy breadcrumbs. And then Saber spent hours playing Star Fox.
Dude, Star Fox, and also fucking, well, not a lot actually. I played a game of Beat Saber, which is a cool VR game.
Where you beat up Saberspark.
Hell yeah!
You only played it because it has your name in it.
I actually am followed by them on Twitter. I want to get the game. It's fucking fun. Like I loved it. I really want to get whatever I need to play that. And Beardy lost 25 pounds playing that game. So
Damn.
because right now I'm kind of in a weird place where I'm having a hard time exercising at the moment because of my work schedule and the Lambda Lamb. But I think the Beat Saber thing.
And there you can just stay in one place.
Never have to move again.
Never leave your house. Just have those rednecks mow your lawn and you're good.
Finally, we can all stay home forever.
That'd be a nightmare, actually. No, thank you.
But yeah, it was cool. By the way, I had a ton of fun at both vendor halls. So yeah.
So jealous.
Yeah. This one even more so than the other. So good times. I love it. It's a great setup, and I think they're real smart for having both vendor halls, by the way. So other conventions pay attention. Sarah wishes she was there too, don't you?
Yep.
Yep. So I know Sarah and Laura are both like, what the heck? I want to see this vendor hall. But yeah, so again, thanks to everybody that we talked to and interacted with at Windy City, and cannot wait for hopefully next year.
Yep.
So, with that, we're going to change gears a little bit and talk about... Actually, Sarah, before we do, we'll talk about BabsCon a little bit later, but let's go ahead and tell everybody that they could get involved with BabsCon even if they're not going to be there.
Yeah. You can submit for our Who's Going panel. I've posted the links. I'm gonna retweet them on our Semi-Perfect Pod Twitter. If you guys could submit some lines for Who's Line and some scenarios for scenes from a hat, that would be greatly appreciated. I know it's a little bit tough because we just had a convention with a Who's Line, and sometimes the oil runs dry and stuff like that. But we really could use your help if you have any ideas.
By the way, that's going to be on Easter weekend.
Yeah.
So if you want an Easter-focused submission, that's the time to do it. Someone's probably like, "Oh, finally! I've been holding."
Finally.
But yeah, so while watching the podcast here, go ahead and head over to the Semi-Perfect Podcast Twitter. Send in submissions.
Hi, I'm back.
More than one. Hi, Gabe.
Sorry, that was crazy.
It's okay. Well, you know what? What do you think? We could preview BabsCon now, I guess.
Yeah.
No?
Talk. I'll be back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Okay. You use the bathroom. So as mentioned, this weekend, starting Friday, is BabsCon. Now it's a little bit of a different weekend schedule, and hopefully everybody that's going knew and was on top of this, but essentially all the days of the convention shifted forward a day. So they're kind of playing it as Saturday is Friday. No, Friday is now on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Saturday is now on Sunday. Sunday is now on Monday. Including our Hooves Line panel is on Monday. So that'll be kind of weird, but different. The convention was basically responding to a schedule that they had to work around. They've been at the same hotel, since the beginning. I think their first year was 2014. We started going in 2015 and been there every year since. Real fun convention in San Francisco, California. Well, near San Francisco. It's in Burlingame, I believe is how it's pronounced. Yeah, and this is one of the big West Coast conventions out here. So, yeah, so we're excited. We're going to be out here once again. Laura's going to be with Saber and I. So
yeah.
that'll be fun.
I've never been. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised BabsCon doesn't have a special vendor hall. Like, it just seems like the kind of convention that would be like, yeah.
They really should, because I would enjoy it.
Right? I literally think every convention should have a special vendor hall. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're probably not old enough to know what I'm talking about. So yes, as far as our schedule goes, let's see here. So there's Friday. We're going to be getting there a little bit later on Friday. But there's a wedding apparently at BabsCon on Saturday. It says BabsCon first ever wedding.
Interesting.
Go figure. So 3:30 to 5 o'clock on Saturday will be the Bronies React panel, which also is conveniently like smack dab at the same time that two of our really good friends, Henry and Casey, who have been in plenty of vlogs, are also getting married.
Yep.
So like at some point my phone's gonna ring and we're gonna be on the panel and probably at the wedding technologically. Yes. Then Sunday is where Saber and I will have a meet and greet that they're going to be doing. They did this last year and it worked out really well. It's in Silverspan Salon. Yes.
Scroll down to where it was. Yep, those guys. ACRacebest and Saberspark.
That's us. That's us.
That's what it says on the schedule.
So the way that these work, for anyone that's going and hasn't signed up, and I don't know the situation on them, but they're kind of first come first serve signups. It's in a smaller, more intimate setting, and allows everybody to get a lot of FaceTime and whatnot. And it was a cool deal last year. So smart setup that they're going to be doing again, not just with us, but a lot of the community guests as well. And then also on Sunday is, I should have written this stuff down. Thank you. No.
Is that yours? I don't know. I don't know what panels you're doing. So you might want to, like, if it's...
No, it's in Lunar Hall. I know that.
Okay.
Oh, did I mess up?
I don't know.
I might have posted the wrong information on Twitter.
Yes.
I think they... Only reason I'm saying that is I'm wondering if they change... I have no way of verifying this.
Yeah.
My information was based off of an email that I got. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to my email and use that as the rest of this wonderfully planned out segment. But yeah, I'm curious in the chat while I'm looking this up. Who is going to be at BabsCon? In our chat, let us know. Okay, let's see here. Here we go.
You're so quiet.
I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, so according to my schedule in the Lunar Hall, we have our YouTuber panel 3:15 to 4:45. This might have been a if nothing changes. Oh, there it is. What the heck?
Oh.
It's there now. You're like me, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what the heck?
It just magically appeared, it was always there.
It was there the whole time.
It
was literally on the schedule. So, anyways, apologies for that. Yeah, so 3:15 to 4:45. Wait a minute. No, it's actually 3:15 to 4:15. It's an hour panel.
Okay. Oh, it's just...
Because you see how my schedule says 3:15 to 4:45.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We'll see when we get our con book. They'll say go here. I missed this for Saturday, by the way. There's a 2-hour panel in Hall of Magic called Toasty Riders. Now, if you're wondering, how would I remember this panel? Because I don't remember it being in the vlog last year. This was the panel that completely fucked up Saberspark. And he was more drunk than I've ever seen him ever before. This time I'll have Laura to help me carry him back up to the room.
Hey man, it's my first BabsCon. If anyone gets to get drunk, it's me.
Oh boy, I'll get to carry both of them up. So, so that's happening at 7:15. I have it down as 7:15 to 9:15. Toasty Riders. And the idea is to get the show staff. I want to say relaxed, in a relaxed setting. It was a fun panel last year. I think most of it was Saberspark apologizing for being so drunk. And then, like we said, Monday is going to be the Who's Line panel from 10 to 11:30 in the main hall. We're going to have a whole cast of characters joining in this one, including Saber, myself, Silverquill, and DeWilsonator will be back with us. We also have Jordan, who's going to be playing music for us, Jordan Oling on Twitter. And, whoa.
Oh,
we just
damn.
got a big super chat from Missy
Whoa.
Jinjal. I hope
You gotta say it right.
Missy Jinjal.
Thank you, Missy. All right, we're gonna cut to this question. It says, "Hi, guy. Is Gabe still here, by the way?"
Oh yes, I just am not involved in anything.
I know. I felt bad because you were like, "I'm back," and I'm like, "Now we're gonna talk about stuff."
I hope you did. I didn't miss something. I walked up. Someone here very kindly made me a delicious bread that they make.
Was it
They're from
Anna?
the Ukraine. No, it wasn't Anna. It was it was her sister. But they're from the Ukraine initially, and so it was a neat like Ukraine recipe, and I followed them. To go eat it, and then their friends were over, and they started throwing things at me, and then their hose battle happened, and now I'm wet.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's.
Gabe, how do you get yourselves into these situations?
I don't know. I've actually like late at night wondered that how I think I attract crazy people.
Well, that's for sure. That would explain
A lot.
Group. So,
but that's probably because I myself am a little crazy.
A little bit.
I have nothing against crazy people.
So Missy has a question here, and Missy, thank you so much for your super chat. It says, "Hi guys, random question. Which hotel would you guys suggest for BronyCon? It's my first time / last time going." I already see somebody in the chat who recommended. I could have just. Did I not just see it?
Hilton.
The Hilton for
Fritz roll.
Yeah, the Hilton if you can.
One of the cheaper ones, and also one that's like right across from like a convention center, is Days Inn. Hero and I have stayed there a few times. That's a good one.
Is that the one where we've stayed with you also?
I think so. Yeah.
That's the one, like you said, like you just have to walk across the street, basically.
Yeah, it's just right across the street.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if it's your first time in Baltimore, a big recommendation is to get a hotel that is as close to the convention center as you can get.
Yeah. That's where the Days Inn is. It's it's like right by Press Street Ale House.
Yeah. And I mean, to be clear, the reasoning for this is that Baltimore, the inner harbor, right along the waterline, you can walk around.
Yeah, I stayed near a hotel there too. Like me and Hero stayed with Sydney that one year, at the Renaissance Hotel, I think.
Okay.
It's like right near the edge of the harbor.
Okay. So there's a lot of options right in that area. And again, it's definitely worth it to be as close to the convention center. There's going to be so much walking that you're going to be doing at the convention itself.
Yeah.
That you're not going to want to have too much extra walking. Plus, just for the nature of it being a big city, for the safety factor, it's always worth just having something closer by.
Don't walk by yourself, especially at night.
Yeah, don't do that.
Unless you have it.
I mean, if you can justify spending the money, I would recommend the Hilton because it's connected with the Sky Bridge.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to go outside. Which
Yeah,
is pretty
you're
great.
literally inside the whole time. So no matter what the weather is, which it can get rainy around this time.
Yeah.
It usually does too.
Yeah, it usually
Yeah, especially
does.
if like you're cosplaying or anything, because then if you have to walk outside in your cosplay, it sucks, especially if it's raining.
Yeah.
But it is expensive, and there are a lot of other cheaper options that are like right across the street.
Yeah. So those are two good suggestions. I'm trying to think if there's. I'm trying to remember the first year we went where we stayed. It might have been the Days Inn that I'm thinking of, but we were a little bit away. There was one time, Gabe, I can actually pull you into this conversation.
Oh, yes?
In 2013, the first weekend we ever met in person, you and I did one of the dumbest things and somehow didn't realize it, but we were hanging out.
That was dumb.
That was stupid. But we went from, I'm trying to remember like the circumstances, but essentially we were with the Kreber family, and then
that was also dumb.
And then we decided at like 2:30 in the morning, hey, let's head back to our room and walk the streets of Baltimore, like inner city.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh my god, you guys.
we must have scared the locals because somehow we didn't have a problem. But looking back, I'm
you're
like,
right. No, not at all. And you're right. And we didn't have any, like, I think I had a knife in my pocket, but that's just because I almost always have a knife in my pocket. But that was
Good to know.
That was, I would not have been prepared to use it or expecting to use it. You're right. I didn't even think about that, but we did. And it was a long walk too, like 10 minutes or something like that.
yeah, like dark of night, like, you know, we're walking.
Hey, maybe we can cut through that alley. Yeah, it's probably a shortcut.
So yeah, it was wild. But again, I hope that helped kind of narrow it down, Missy, because again, you're a big part of this convention. I don't know if you've been to other conventions, but definitely having. Let's see. It says the wife booked something, and I'll ask her which hotel. So Missy's got a hotel, and we'll find out where. But yeah, like definitely. I know with a lot of these conventions, some conventions you don't have an option. Like literally, if you're not at the hotel, you're far away. But there are a lot of hotels right around this convention center. There's also a baseball stadium that's right nearby. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of probably a lot of foot traffic.
A lot of Oreos.
A lot of Oreos.
Yeah, pop the buzzard and the Oreo.
So yeah, and I also think that kind of wraps up the BabsCon preview. You know, if you're going to be at a BabsCon, cannot wait to see everybody out there. Can't wait to get on stage and have a fun time. It's going to be. Always is a wild party at BabsCon. It's by far the most party type convention I've been to, and by saying that, I also want to point out that it's also great for families. I've seen a lot of youngsters around this convention that families have a good time. So there was program dedicated and all that. So just a good time at BabsCon. Looking forward to it once again. Be there, Sarah.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about spoilery stuff?
Yeah.
All right, so.
Oh! Whoa! What the heck was that? And who
By the
was
way,
that?
I hope Saber's okay. Like, is he pooping out of his dick right now or something?
Shit out his dick.
I've been here.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
sorry.
I thought it was poop out, not of my. I didn't hear the of my. I thought he was saying that like he was gonna poop it out somehow, and I was like, how did that happen? How did it get up there in the first place?
Well, good to have you here, Saber. I got nervous. I'm like, oh my god, where's my boy? Cool. So yeah. So for anyone that hasn't seen it, we're gonna put up a spoiler screen right now as we discuss the season premiere and also take a little bit of time for people to get out. Also make sure that if there's anyone in the podcast that hasn't seen any episodes that don't want spoilers, that they have time to get out.
I have not.
You've
so
been
I'm
busy.
going to. Yeah, but I don't want to see it because I want to wait for the Bronies react because I've done the last like 5 completely honestly, first time seeing them, and I want to keep that up because
Cool.
I have more fun that way. So how do I mute you guys? I'll just move out of the podcast, but like message me when you're done talking about it.
We will let you
All
know.
right, I'll move to general. Bye.
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 We won't let him know.
Yeah, we got rid of him.
Finally.
So to start off, of all places, Winnie City PonyCon that same weekend was the premiere of season 9. And before we do get into this conversation, I just want to again give a shout out to anyone and everyone that was at Winnie City who didn't spoil the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only thing that I did find out, and for some reason I felt like, I think I already knew this, was that, and again, this point forward, spoilers, it was that Sombra was going to be in the episode.
Yeah.
And I found that out because I was helping with the charity auction, and an item came up, and Big Jim spoiled it and was like, "Oh, the premiere! Thanks, Jim." God. So yeah, no, I figured I was going to be in trouble anyways, but I mean, finding that out, like I said, I think I somehow already knew. Maybe I saw something and went, "Oh, okay, that's what that meant."
Yeah.
But other than that, I had no idea what was coming.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the season?
Grogar!
Yeah?
Grogar's cool.
Dude,
Yeah,
he's here to play.
Did we want?
I was thinking when back
With the
when
new My Little Pony playset.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking back when Tyrek was revealed back in season 4. I was like, oh, they could bring back some other villains too, like Grogar. And I was thinking like, well, it's like been like 4 seasons. They're probably not gonna bring him, and then they bring him in this season.
By the way, just in case anyone doesn't quite, I just want to say it one more time. We are going to be discussing spoilers. So there is a spoiler screen that's up. When the spoiler screen comes down, you have avoided the spoilers.
Yeah, I think people should know that.
I know. I still see people going, "Oh my god, spoilers!"
I was surprised how loquacious Sombra was this time around. I was like, didn't you say like crystals and that was it?
Yeah. I was like, dude, shut up.
Right. And this stupid voice, like, oh! I was like, what is this voice?
He's been probably waiting to talk since his first episode. He was like, I'll get more talk time, and they're like, actually, you died.
He just hasn't actually spoken out loud in like 1,000 years, so he doesn't know what to do with his voice anymore.
He has a lot to say. It's like, oh my god.
We're talking about Sombra, right?
We are talking about Sombra.
A ruler of Equestria! Yeah!
Yeah.
Every time he like laughed and like reeled his head back and his teeth showed, I was like, oh my god, shut up.
I am the edgy boy.
I had a lot of
Kermit the Frog there.
I had
Sarah's somber voice is killing me. It's so good.
When I got excited, because again, I forget when I don't know. Actually, it was when I was filming. I made a comment when Grogar, is that how you say it?
Grogar.
Yeah.
Grogar showed
You
up,
can call
and I'm
me
like, oh my god, Saber's gonna be so excited about this.
Grogar.
Because Saber's
I was-
mentioned, like, when are we gonna see these guys? Like, he mentioned this like years ago, and here we are, Saber.
Now you got the goat man.
I was just surprised. No, not surprised. That's not the right word. I'm happy that season 9 started off the exact way I wanted it to. League of Villains. This is one step closer to the raid, the eventual raid that I want at the end of the season.
Where they just kill everyone. And we're like,
What? Just like all the powerful ponies against all the powerful villains. Let's do it, boy.
dude.
Do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Celestia and Luna, I thought they were going to do a thing,
No.
and then they didn't.
Yeah. That's on brand for them.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that
Yes,
the
I
show
loved it.
straight up
It was like, yeah, we're useless, so like we're just gonna leave and
that
have a vacay.
So good.
that
Rainbow Dash says, like, do they even do anything?
If you think about it.
Huh.
I loved
See,
it.
that's why we need Rainbow Dash.
That line could have
it's
been on
still
that one.
okay.
Element of loyalty.
the element of just not giving a shit.
Yeah.
That line could have been on anyone except Twilight.
Yeah, let's start this again.
Alright. So I enjoyed Discord in this episode being the weird supportive person in his own stupid way.
I agree.
I just love how he, like, for a second I'm like,
oh shit.
I'm like, wow.
They're
like,
gonna kill John Delancey.
I was half kind of thinking like,
how will I be able to afford my sailboat?
like I was really kind of thinking like, are they actually gonna do something like this? And then Discord's like, it didn't even hurt. I was just, I was like, oh, Discord, he's still a dick.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that he's still a dick. At least Fluttershy is my favorite. But yeah, like kind of Hero said, this was a strong way to kind of kick off the season and really sets kind of things into motion as far as like, oh wow, what will we see? Who will we see? Yeah, I enjoyed that. I also like that they were like, are Flim and Flam actually villains?
Yeah, do they count?
Just remember, they had the theoretical second to worst outcome if they had gotten their way.
Yeah.
So it kind of seems like Grogar sees what's her name? Darla Dimple. As an equal.
Cozy Glow.
Cozy Glow. As like an equal to like all the other villains. And I'm just like, okay.
Cozy Glow actually, like, I feel like her character could easily teeter-totter either way for me as far as like, I don't like you or I like you. But I actually enjoyed her in this episode. Like, just
there were some good faces she had.
And she's like, it's kind of funny how like she's like
trying to make friends with
good.
the villain.
This is a friendship time, and she's like still a kid, so they're like, okay, whatever.
She even like called herself out. She's like, "Well, I'm just a kid, so."
Yeah.
She's just like, I don't even know why I'm here.
I love how Grogar like just lets Sombra do what it is. They're like, fine, go get yourself killed. Like if you don't want to work with me.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be an example.
See how that works out for you.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've turned into soup. I don't feel so good.
Oh god. Yeah. So, any other comments on the premiere?
It was good. I liked it. It set up things well.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Oh yeah, and then like elements of harmony are like dead, but not quite dead.
Haven't they died like 4 times now?
I don't know.
Yeah, but like it's fine now because there was another episode.
Those things shattered like fragile glass, and I was like, man, those weren't more robust crystals.
Yeah. And like Laura said though, like it only took them 1 episode to be like, nah, we think everything's okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Oh,
They didn't let us sit on that one.
it's like the elements of harmony was inside of us all along.
Oh.
I was like, okay.
Swing ship.
So moving on. I never even let you read the synopsis for the
That's fine.
premiere.
We can do it for the other episode.
Okay. So Uprooted was the other episode that came out.
Yeah. In this episode, the young Six respond to a magical summons from the Tree of Harmony only to learn that it has been destroyed, and it is up to them to figure out the best way to memorialize it. We're
I
gonna
hated
new
this
place
episode.
it.
This episode was stupid. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not a very good follow-up episode to the premiere, I feel.
It was Castle Sweet Castle, but again.
Again.
Yeah.
Right.
Now they got a cool hangout spot.
I like how Twilight's like, hey, I'm gonna totally check this out. I'm like, Twilight, like they haven't
That's
even been
their private
Yeah,
fort that they
Jesus.
built, and then it grew into a bigger fort.
Yeah.
I I like to think that the Tree of Harmony like saw them building that treehouse and was like, "Man, you guys fucking suck at building.
Right?
I'll just make it myself."
The CMC are
Brought you
sitting
here to
over
do
there
one
like,
thing.
they're like, where was our help? Yeah. Yeah.
It was an alright episode.
Yona is just not taking anyone's shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Good.
Pretty cool.
Just like,
That was a good girl.
you
I
all
like Yona.
stupid, even though I can't talk.
Yona can't speak English.
I've like called that out before. So when they first started showing Yakistan, like, you know, at first it was just like, oh, here's a few yaks. They're trying to talk to ponies, and that's why they sound like that.
Mhm.
But no, that's how they talk to each other. So they don't have their own language that they speak. They just speak broken English to each other.
That's how they were taught. They're like, here proper grammar, no
Just-
comma.
Shorter, and we they just like to get to the point, so they cut out words.
They don't have time for that nonsense.
Oh, we got F again in the chat.
Yeah, with a peasant donation. Thank you. Thank you, F.
Thank you for your present donation.
Oh, man. And
F for
again,
respect.
thanks to Missy.
Oh yes.
Very cool. So ultimately, what's everyone's take on this episode then?
Meh.
Oh, it's fine.
I didn't dislike it as much as you did.
I mean,
Yeah, me
it's
neither.
alright. It's just, you know.
You.
Yeah, well, that's my neutral sort of thing.
Okay.
If I had a problem with this
You-
episode, you'd
You
know.
Yeah, that's true. So just to point out, by the way, this episode was the 199th episode
Oh.
of My Little Pony Generation 4.
Oh, shit.
Which means that BabsCon,
The next episode better be good.
BabsCon is going to have the 200th episode. And I'm okay if it just ends up being a regular episode. I haven't heard anything, so I don't know if like they have plans or anything to go crazy. Part of me is a very selfish reason why I'd be totally fine with it being a regular episode is like because I'm already in the works on one Bernie's React, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Amazing to think that they've gone 200 episodes of My Little Pony. How many Chippendale Rescue Ranger episodes did we get? Do you remember?
74? I think that was the standard
Was it
back
74 or 64?
then. Oh.
65 is usually
65
the
sounds right.
Oh, yeah, 60.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 65.
That was the syndication thing back then, with
Yeah.
65 episodes.
What a weird... Like, someone was like, we need to put research into this. 65, that's the number.
65.
Yep, so this,
Gargoyles went 78.
screw the gargoyles.
But I think their third season wasn't very good, so.
Oh. Raw Tunage got 12.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, it sounds dirty, doesn't it? What is Raw Tunage?
I don't know.
Raw tuna?
Raw Tunage.
Oh, it's the one. Wait. I don't know.
It's,
I
Because it's
don't
got
know.
Bonkers on it, it's got Ludwig von Drake on it, and then it's got Sebastian. This just looks
It's like a
bunch
crossover.
of characters. Yeah, I don't know.
oh well. But yeah, so any last words on the 3 episodes that have aired?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, then we'll take down the spoiler screen.
And invite Gabriel.
Do we? Should
He
we?
ate
Were
a
you
really
whistling
hot
for
pepper.
Gabe?
Say what? Should be what?
For like,
He ate a really hot pepper and his mouth is on fire. So
Oh,
get
no,
ready
I was joking.
Get ready for Gabe's shenanigans.
What's the right way to do this? At
Just at Black Griffin. Return.
Return.
Return from the depths.
How's your mouth?
Hi,
You
Gabe.
done?
All right.
Hi.
So we're gonna jump into Q&A.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So we'll do that, and we'll go till 8 o'clock. So about 30 minutes of Q&A here today. I say 8 o'clock, but that's obviously Pacific time.
Yeah.
How's the mouth doing, Gabe?
Horses in the bag.
So you just ate peppers? Is that what I'm hearing?
Okay, so they have a garden here. They have so the people I'm staying with bought the house that used to belong to that elf actor from Lord of the Rings. So it's a really big house. And they have
Orlando Bloom?
Oh, no, the girl elf. Toriel or whatever.
Toriel.
Yeah, that's the one. So they're friends. So
Lost.
this used to be her house. But anyway, she has a big garden in the back. And they're like, here, eat one of these peppers. It's not too bad. It's bad.
Are you gonna poop out your dick?
I'm on the verge.
Shit out
now.
your dick.
It's gonna be the best poop I've ever had.
Someone's putting a
But I'm good
period
though.
in-
Anyway, continue.
in somewhere where it's-
Nothing interesting going on other than that.
Is that our thing?
It's our bot.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Our bot's yelling at people.
Yeah. Sorry, if you put a period in a weird place in a
like-
sentence, our bot's
I'm
gonna
like,
be like, "Hey, no links."
Who's being the aggressive dick? And then I'm like, wait, that's our thing. Oh my god.
I can't really control that though.
All right. Well, Sarah, let's go to the Q&As.
It's mostly YouTube.
Let's see. And again, with those that are sending in Q&As, we're taking them from Twitter. But if you want to send one through here, through the super chat, we will prioritize those questions. All right. Hashtag SPP questions. All right, Sarah. Let's do this.
Alrighty, we're pulling up the latest. Whoops, I scrolled too far. All right. 3 hours.
Something happening in the background.
Probably. Oh, we got a super chat from Nora Mermaid asking, my question is for Gabe, what is your favorite board game? Black Griffin, are you
My
here?
favorite. Oh, I'm here.
Favorite board game.
I was gonna. Okay, is it board game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi Nora. Yeah, it's hot, man. I'm playing it cool, but it's pretty hot. Hi Anna, what are you doing? Go away. My favorite. These people are crazy. They're crazy. My favorite board game. I used to really like Stratego as a kid. That was really fun. I know that I'll remember an actual favorite. Oh, I really like Wise and Otherwise. That game is really fun. Yeah,
I don't know
Wise and
that one.
Otherwise.
You
Probably.
should send me a link about.
Okay,
yeah.
so Wise and Otherwise is basically where someone reads the beginning of a saying. Like there's an old Scottish saying, "He who wears a codpiece, blank," and then everyone around the table fills in the rest of that saying, and then everyone has to guess what the correct one is. And if someone votes for you, you get to move a space, and if you guess the right one, you get to move a space.
Oh,
and
I have heard of that.
That sounds
Yeah.
so jackboxy.
Oh,
my
dude,
God.
it's so much fun. By the end, no one's trying to win. Everyone's just trying to get the biggest laugh.
Neat.
Yeah, so I love that game. With my family specifically, it's a blast.
Well, very, very cool. Sounds like a good time. F is
We
all
don't even
over.
have to try. It's always a good time.
Our faithful,
As my friend would say.
F person is all over us tonight.
What?
They just sent another super chat with a very big amount of money. Thank you so much, F. Type F in the chat for respects.
F for
everybody.
respect.
Does everybody in this podcast know what that joke is? F
What?
for respects?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right, so it originated
leave,
from a
leave race
video
out of the
game.
dark. Out in the dark. I mean.
Oh.
What?
Wait, what? Oh, I didn't know what Paleo said.
Leave race out of the dark. In the dark, I mean.
Oh, in the
Oh,
dark.
how dare.
No, it stemmed from a video game.
How dare.
Where like you're playing as a character that is at a funeral for someone who died in a war. I don't know which war.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, for respect.
there's a prompt in which you can press F to pay respects, and therefore your
I think it's
character
Call
will
of Duty.
touch,
Yeah, it is.
the
It is Call of
coffin.
Duty.
It's Call
Call of
of
Duty.
Yeah, I think it's Call of Duty, and like
It's-
so,
it's
like you
what-
can
it's
press the
one of
button and to pay respects, and it touches the character touches the coffin and stuff, and a lot of people
Oh my
make
God.
fun of it, like
Yeah.
being like, "What?"
That's wow. I honestly went my whole life not even worrying about why everyone was pressing F for respect.
Yeah.
It's basically like the modern version of World's Smallest Violin.
It's just stupid. Like, why would you even have to bother pressing F for respect? Why can't you just pay
How's the
respect?
character doing?
I know. Even Conan reacted to it when Clueless Gamer, which is I love that series by him.
It's so good, right?
It is. It's so funny.
The question, there is a question with this one technically. It says, I have a question. Is this money?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's money.
I mean, yeah.
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Money.
Oh wait, I'm actually drinking out of my Club 33.
Oh!
glass,
Peggy's in here.
Piggy's in here. We gotta be fancy.
Money.
And then we got a follow-up super chat from Missy or Missy. I don't know how to pronounce it. The lady said she already booked at the Residence Inn
Nice.
for BronyCon.
Cool. Well, have a great time. First BronyCon. As you know, last BronyCon. But, yeah, soak it all in. There'll be a lot. So, very excited. All right, Sarah, question time.
All right, so we got our first question here. That isn't a super chat from Anime Guy. What are you laughing at?
The question.
Okay, what is your favorite purchase at Winnie City and favorite thing received at Winnie City? Is this pointed at anyone in particular?
Saber, what was your favorite purchase at Winnie City?
I didn't buy anything. I bought a Luna pillow for Laura.
Oh,
the butt.
just a regular Luna pillow. Just a regular
butt.
old... Okay.
Yeah, big old butt.
Did you?
I actually never... How did going through TSA go?
Yeah.
Huh?
How was TSA?
Didn't even blink an eye.
That's funny.
Good. Good. My favorite purchase was a poster.
Yeah.
Yep.
What
Next
kind of poster?
question.
Pranchan, hey SPP crew, seems like every time something big happens in our nerd culture, people always be like Bill Mayer, fuckboys, or recently that woman coming down on people for enjoying something. My question is, why do they find hate appealing? Oh, there's a second
Selves,
question.
that's why.
Everyone finds hate appealing. Have you seen politics?
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn, all right.
There's just I feel like people find it a lot easier to be negative about things than positive. Like, I don't know if it's like avoid my ego getting bruised by liking on things. It's a lot easier to hate on things because you have no stock in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. People need to
I think
just
there's
chill.
also like a lot of people want to like feel like they're too good for something, so then they talk shit about it.
Yeah.
I do think it's
They
a
just don't like it, they don't
subconscious
wanna say it.
confidence boost. I don't know. I have a
Yeah.
lot of theories. I could go into this for a long time. I know. I feel like this for the same reason we play. We also exercise our our dealing with bad situations. And if we don't have a ton of actual real hardship, then that's all relative, right? So if the amount of negative experiences that we have in our lives are minimal or are simple, we tend to make the small problems a lot bigger in our mind. Well, I could go on, but I'm not going to. It's just
Huh?
But it is interesting.
Yeah, kind of a phenomenon thing.
Phenomenon.
Let's see. Fritz Roll has a question for Gabe. Says, I don't know if anyone's asked you this, but does Basic have a pony OC? If so, what does it look like?
he does, and it was a billion years ago, and I drew it for him, and there's like 3 fan arts of it, and they're somewhere on the internet. I honestly don't know where they are, and I don't think they're on my computer either, because I made it on my old computer. So his cutie mark is a jet flying with instead of a contrail, like sound waves are coming out behind it, but that's he's not a fighter pilot anymore, so it's not really relevant.
Well,
Cool.
Yeah.
all right. Soren has a question. Says, for anybody, who's your favorite character in My Little Pony outside of the main 6?
Luna.
I really like wow, I can't remember his name. Who's that
Nice.
blue? Yeah, who's the blue griffin?
Gallus.
Gabby?
Gallus. I
Oh,
like Gallus.
Gallus.
He's cool. I'm a little jealous I didn't get the audition for it, but you know.
Well, I went way harder than necessary. Yes, Gallus is the actual answer. My answer's not incorrect though, right?
No.
I love Gallus. He's awesome.
Hirosashi's just trying to flex his
My pony knowledge.
pony knowledge.
Man.
I still like Big Mac, even though I feel like the writers have not really done him good service in last few seasons. They've really made him the brunt of
The
like
boy.
the romance plots, and I'm just like,
it's kind of gross.
not.
I hate it.
They're like, all right, who's got the biggest heart? That's their question. God, who would mine be? I'm thinking of. Well, if since it's main 6, I'm gonna probably go for an obvious one and say Starlight Glimmer.
Oh, she's pretty awesome. I
and
like her a lot.
she's so main that I feel like this is cheating.
Yeah.
At this point.
Do you remember how mad you were at when she was forgiven too? Like it's
Yeah.
crazy how far we've
Yes.
come.
Yes, I do, and I acknowledge it. 'Cause
Yeah, you called her a bitch and everything.
I
Yeah.
did.
Probably.
Yeah, you did. You used the
I don't know,
am
I'm just making
so
shit up.
Mean. No, I mean, I had people that got really like mad at me being mad,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, too bad, she sucks. And then now I'm like, where's Starlight? Where's-
Yeah.
Well,
what?
she's a very real character. She's not as crazy naive as Twilight is, and she's not as insane as Twilight is, and she's not as weird as Twilight is.
What are you saying?
All three of those things.
Uh,
I like Twilight still, but Starlight's pretty cool.
Soren has an addendum here saying, mine is Soren from Wonderbolts. Also, did you know that he is voiced by Matt Hill, who voiced Ed in Ed, Ed, and Eddie?
Interesting.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I met him and the voice of Double D at that one convention that was in
You met
Austin
Jeff?
that one time.
What?
Double Diamond, and this is favor.
No, not that. No, Double D from Ed, Ed and Eddie.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We did a script reading at Windy City, and there was an ongoing joke about them referring to characters as DD, and that was the punchline was Double Diamond showing up and being like, "Why has everyone been calling me a name this whole time?" Let's see here. Nikki D says, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to read this as it is. Of any of you ended up on Hot Ones... Oh, isn't that the...
Yeah, that's where you get interviewed while eating hot wings that progressively get hotter.
Okay, I'm curious about this. At what point would you start to really feel the heat? So essentially, this is a hot sauce question. Think like buffalo wings.
I would probably say 3 or 4, tier 3 or 4. I'm a wimp when it comes to spice. I fucking hate it. I wouldn't even do hot ones.
I would hate it, but I would not give up. I don't give up. I would just be miserable. I had a Trinidad Scorpion 7, so I know I can handle the heat, but it's not fun. I absolutely hate it. Hate it. Because I'd probably be feeling it pretty soon, like tier 3.
I don't know the tiers that well.
Yeah.
That's because you never cry.
Oh my god.
Why?
There are
But
a lot
why?
of sounds today.
I don't even know what's going on, but I enjoy it.
Let's see.
Find me the
Hot sauce lineup. All right, so Scoville units. Let's see. Let's look at the latest
like
season.
I'm a regular buffalo hot sauce guy. Like that's it.
So they have 10 sauces. The first one is 1800 Scoville units.
I bet you that's my buffalo sauce right there.
Probably.
Oh,
and the hottest ones is the hot ones, the Last Dab Redux.
2 million?
2 million plus Scoville units.
That's not too bad.
What are
I
these
have an 8
units?
million Scoville. Scoville units are basically how much calcium your tongue is dumping on its nerves to make it think that it's burning. And
Oh.
the highest a human's capable of feeling, I believe, is 10 million before it actually shuts down your nerve endings. And there is a that's hotter. It's capsaicin is the chemical. And I believe that, so pure capsaicin by itself is about 10 million Scoville units. But you usually have to dilute it a little bit so that you can deliver it to like sauces. So a lot of restaurants will use pure capsaicin. They'll put like 1 drop in a vat of soup to make super hot chili. I have pure capsaicin and I have tried it before, and it's like getting stabbed in the throat. It's absolutely awful.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel hot. It feels like you're being like you ate a blender.
Ugh. I feel like the point of spice is to add flavor,
Yeah.
not necessarily to just be hot. Like, if it's hot and it adds flavor, that's fine. But, like, if you can't taste anything, then what's the point of using it?
I agree with you, and I think some people get an adrenaline. I've actually done research on this because I'm weird, but apparently some people get an adrenaline rush from the heat. It's like a thrill, like riding a roller coaster.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, for me, I agree. Like, I'm getting a stomach ache just thinking about how hot some of these sauces can be, and I'm probably only thinking tier, like, 4. It's, yeah, like, I agree with Laura. Like, for me, like, I like buffalo sauce for, like, the taste and whatnot. I mean, like, the heat is kind of fun to deal with, but I don't know. It's just the idea of my tongue getting numb because I'm eating food that's so hot that I'm gonna feel for hours. By the way, because hot sauce doesn't just like that kind of hot sauce doesn't just go away. Like it
You're right.
chaps your lips. Ugh.
Might affect the other end.
And the other end, yeah, it's gonna burn on its way out too.
Chaps.
We have another super chat
Yeah.
from F.
F.
So press F for respect.
Yeah, you gotta read it, my boy.
I'm gone.
Okay.
I'm gone. I was just making sure people were pressing F. It says locking Cozy in Hell was still pretty whack considering all the other evil ass characters that everyone just stopped caring about.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
In a long string of characters that like have been forgiven, it was a little weird to be like, this one's the one that we're gonna put in hell.
Yeah, but
This is
okay,
the one
okay,
that
all
we're
right.
sending the
All
military
right.
for.
So I have a question though.
Yes.
So this opener, I'm guessing it has to be the one that I keep hinting at.
Yeah.
So it's finally out, right? Okay, because this episode was in the works, was being planned for a long time. So to have the comeback and all that stuff.
I'm waiting for Gabe
And
to
so-
like say something that's
Spoil
like the
everything.
finale or
Yeah.
something.
For the finale, yeah.
I'm a little
Oh,
scared,
no.
honestly.
Wait, it could be the finale? Oh, never mind. Then I shouldn't say. But I don't know.
Okay.
I do know that.
Let's just not.
You'll know when you see it.
Okay. Well, being put in Tartarus, I mean, while it is a stupid thing to do, it is a plot device. It's a plot point because she wants to be there. I mean, that's where she needs to be in order to do the thing, right? I mean, has the thing happened?
No.
Probably not. No.
I would just stop.
I don't know. Like I don't know. Like,
Hey, you know what?
No,
I don't
I
give
don't
a
think
crap
that-
anymore. They can't fire me for nothing.
Gabe
But
just
we-
spoiled everything.
But we care.
That's the whole point.
We don't want to be spoiled yet.
I know. I won't say anything. but
Twilight
that-
dies, Twilight dies, Fluttershy lives.
Take your finger
There
off
is
the
a
trigger.
reason. There's a
The
reason.
only pony that lives is Twist.
Okay.
Yay, twist.
It's like Infinity War, but they reverse everything and Twist comes back.
No. Thanos is right.
It's very possible that what Gabe's getting at is what happened in what we saw, but
I don't think so.
I don't know. I think it is.
It partially is,
I'm
but
hoping
I
it
feel
is.
like there's more stuff coming.
I don't know.
Well, there's a reason we wrote Getting Stronger. I'll just throw that out there.
Did you know that far in advance?
I don't
Really?
need.
Oh yeah, this has been planned for
Gabe's
a long
like
time.
Gabe's like. There's a reason that I joined the fandom. Hey, my video just finished rendering. Hey. All right. Czar says, "Hey y'all, Sabe and Paleo."
Hey, Scott here. I'm sorry.
This is for Sabe and Paleo. Have you heard
What?
that?
Save?
Yeah,
Yeah.
My boy Sabe.
my boy Sabe. This is kind of a long one. I'm gonna read this just to make sure I'm not. Okay, yeah. I want to make sure it didn't contain a potential spoiler. It says, have you heard that apparently episode 2 of One Punch Man season 2 had 11 animation directors compared to last episode, which had 1? Insiders are saying JC staff is having staff shortage and production problems. Your thoughts?
Sucks.
It had 11 directors in the second episode?
11 animators, I think he said?
11 animation directors.
Animation directors?
Oh.
What the
Wait,
hell?
not at the same time, right? So they was
For
there
different scenes? Or what?
I don't know.
Maybe it's
weird.
the coolest animation we'll ever see. Maybe that's what's.
It's true.
Not from what Saber
No,
said.
it's not.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
no!
still the second episode.
Oh, that makes me really sad.
Oh,
Absolute
I
letdown of
love-
the season.
really?
Oh.
Like already?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no! I love it. Oh man, it's like the one anime
I feel bad because I know that Saber really
That's really
likes
the
One
best.
Punch Man. This is reminding me of how I felt after Wreck-It Ralph 2, and I'm like, oh no, Sarah. Now I'm like, oh no, Saber.
Ooh, Lottie, you breaking up
Aw.
something fierce.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you're only bringing it up for us, though, not for the audience.
Yeah.
Well,
It has to be a Discord gating. It has to be.
Yeah.
let's see. Waddles has got a question. Thoughts on the new trailer for the Addams Family 2019? It contains music from Sherlock Holmes by Hans Zimmer.
So the trailer was
Yeah?
It was meh.
Meh.
It was like I really want to see what they do with it. I hope it's gonna turn out being good, but the trailer, some of the jokes didn't really land with me, so I was just like, But it's just a teaser, so hopefully the next trailer's good.
What was like the real mainstream joke they went for?
The It joke where Wednesday finds a red balloon and Morticia's like, there's usually a murderous clown at the end of these.
Oh.
And I'm just like, that's a very wordy way to put it, and also it just didn't get delivered properly.
Damn U.S. Postal Service. Anyone else have thoughts on the Addams Family trailer?
I didn't see it.
Okay. It's an animated movie that's coming out, I guess, next year.
This year.
Comes out this year.
Is it this
What
year?
is going on?
October.
wow.
That's just a lot of people today. Well, Earthstar says, Saber, I double dare you to smack racist popcorn across the room again next con. Laughing my ass off. By the way, this is an Asian Daryl. Oh, this is Asian Daryl. Hugly.
I love that Daryl refers to himself as Asian Daryl. By the way, this is
love
Asian
that guy.
Daryl.
Dude, Asian Daryl's a cool. Daryl, we love you, man. You're just a very. It's like whenever the world gets really scary and bad, I look in the audience and I see they're smiling, waving with your camera, and I just know everything's gonna be all right.
I know.
Baby, don't worry.
And I mean that, dude. You are a calming sight.
Yeah, it's always nice to see faces that we've been seeing for years at these conventions. I know the convention where we always joke about, like, where you really stuck out to us from the get-go, Daryl, was, funny enough, Las Vegas is Unicon. And that's because we made that video and I zoomed in on your face at the end of it because you were just sitting there smiling in the video. I'm like, wow. So... yeah, love to see you and your friends at the conventions, and always glad that you're still out there and having a good time, just like the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta press F for respect, Sarah.
Yeah. We got F again.
F is still going in these super
saying
chats.
10 animation directors make it more like the art style is inconsistent as fuck. You're talking about the Addams Family. I agree. To an extent, like a lot of, like, all of the characters looked like they were designed for different people and then not even put through, like, you know, to make sure that they were consistent as far as, like, design elements and stuff.
Is this in
I
One
think they're
Punch Man?
talking about One Punch Man.
Oh shit, are they? I don't know.
Yeah,
What were you just talking
because we were
about?
talking about the
Addams
second
Family? I
episode.
don't know.
Oh! I was like...
what was the question now? I'm sorry.
No, well, they were just saying, F was saying 10 animation directors makes it more like the art style is inconsistent as fuck.
Well, I guess I gave my hot take on the Addams Family trailer as well.
Yeah, they fucked up. They rushed into it and didn't have enough. So, I drank too much. I am fading. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Keep going.
Why'd you drink so much?
I wanted to.
Are you under the influence?
A little.
Good.
But
He needed to be on this podcast.
Yeah, if I have to hear Ray's talk for 90% of the time, I have to drink.
We've got Fritz Roll with the super chat saying, "Hey Gabe, I think I found Basics Pony OC. It's on Eiley Monty's Deviant Art."
I love you, ACRacebest. You know I die for you.
Wait.
I
Oh, here he goes.
I know.
What is it?
Gabe didn't hear what you said.
Fritz Roll in the chat says, "I think I found Basics Pony OC. It's on Eiley Monty's Deviant Art."
Eiley Monty's Pop Tart?
Deviant Art.
It's
Oh,
called
DeviantArt.
a scrone, you heathen.
Yes. Wow, I'm impressed, Fritz. That's cool. I would not have been able to find
Holy
it.
shit,
But...
you're getting fucking paid tonight on the podcast.
Yeah, enjoy that money, man.
Let's host it on my channel.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh man, we have a very generous group here tonight.
Aren't you glad I told you to move it to YouTube and not Twitch?
Yeah, I am. Again, thanks to all of the super chat people. You guys.
So we need to change the POS podcast into a Brony podcast again.
Yeah,
Brony Breakdown's returning.
Finally.
Breakdown in the mid-afternoon.
This one.
Yeah.
Man,
Okay. So here's a question we have from Soren.
Sorry. I have
Sarah
to...
clicked away from it. She
I'm
doesn't.
sorry. I'm doing this.
All right. Soren asks, "My parents are very against me being into MLP FIM and think that I'm wasting my life on it, and so far are completely against me going to BronyCon. I really want to see you guys whose content cheers me up and have a good time. Any tips on what to do/say? I'm 18 years old."
You're looking immediately at me.
I was just waiting to see if anyone else was going to say anything.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, dang it. I need to pay more attention. I'm doing like 10 things.
I feel like if you, I don't know. I don't know your family. I don't know, like, how they react to things or like what your situation is. But as a general rule, for like things like this, I find that if you like sit down with someone and tell them that it's important to you and like that you recognize that it's maybe atypical, but like it's something that means something to you, and if those people really care about you, then they'll usually be like, well, if it means that much to you, then I get it, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Laura.
Damn.
I mean, yes, he's right. She's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things that applies to as well. I guess like I've had a lot of friends who, just within like the Brony community itself, who like even to this day, still their parents are still like weird about it. But like one of my really good friends, is like he's been going to BronyCon since like 2014. And, like, the first time he went, his parents were, like, furious that he was going. And then, like, last year when he went, they were like, hey, we know you're going to that thing you like, so here's, like, $50 if you want to, like, spend it on something fun. Okay. So it's, like, I think that even when people are kind of against something at first, like, it's very easy to be against something that you don't understand. But then when it happens to you or to someone you love that, like, oh, I found out that this person's really into this thing, and, like, I don't understand it, and I've always just assumed it was weird and bad, but now that this person who I care about is into it, maybe, like, I'll take the time to learn about it and actually, like, see what it's all about, because I care about this person more than I just want to hate something for the sake of hating something.
Yeah, it's definitely worth, in this scenario, because we've been asked a lot of times, like, oh, how do I tell my parents or my family that I'm into the show? And a lot of times what we'll say, or at least I'll say, is it something you even feel that necessary to even bring up? Like, in the sense of, like if, in a lot of these cases, I feel like if you present it as a big deal, that then people will assume, oh, there's got to be a reason that this is a big deal, that they're, you know, like, oh my God, what's wrong with this kind of situation? Now for this scenario, obviously it's not that your family doesn't know about it, it's that that they're against it. I like Laura said, you know, communicate with them. I saw you mention in the chat that somewhere that you mentioned that your parents are very religious, that your dad is a pastor. I mean, the reality is that I would just, you know, kind of focus on what the show is about and just be like, you know, tell them from your perspective, you know, A, why this show is so important to you, and B, that, I mean, it's not like this is some raunchy, crazy show that you're watching. Like, it's essentially a show that I honestly feel like religious people would be all over. So, you know, it's all about, you know, good morals, good settings, you know, putting yourself around good people.
Yeah.
And you know, I would just express to them why this is important to you. You know, just kind of lay it out there. You know, the other side of this, and this is not something I'd say like lean on this hard, but the other thing that, you know, hopefully your parents acknowledge is that you are an adult. You're 18 years old. It doesn't mean be like, oh, I'm running away or I'm moving out, or, you know, like it doesn't mean, oh, take drastic measures, but you know, I mean, you've been on this earth for a while. It's not like, I don't know. I was lucky and didn't have to deal with this kind of scenario with my family. But like Laura said, communicate with them. Just talk them, sit them down and explain, like, no, this is actually a big deal to me. Like, it's not just oh, get over it, move on, don't be into that. And tell them why. And, you know, I would kind of really lean on the morals of the show and, you know, what its goal is to teach its viewers.
Yeah.
And, you know, that same setting, that same you know, feeling and atmosphere is something that you'll find at these conventions like BronyCon. So yep, that's what I would say. But yeah, so communicate, talk with them, and if that doesn't work out, again, you're an adult, and if it's a money thing that you need some financial help to get out there, definitely, like I said,
send super chats to PaleoSteno on the POS podcast every other Monday.
There you go. But yeah,
If you need money, send it to me.
So yeah, so hopefully, Soren, that helps you out. We have time for one last question here, and I'm gonna go for this one from Waddles, asking thoughts on the new trailer, Hirosashii, for The Lion King.
I mean, it's the same problem I've always had. The lions look absolutely gorgeous. The CGI looks beautiful, like mind-bogglingly beautiful. The problem is that it comes from a movie that was incredibly expressive, and real lions don't express that way.
I feel like they could exaggerate the expressions just a little bit. You know, just a little bit. Like, I'm worried it's going to be weird, and I really, really want to like it, but dang it,
It will
Disney
be.
doesn't have a great track record with their remakes.
Let's get ready for Dumbo.
Exactly.
Is that something that was said in the remake?
Yes, twice.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
Yeah, it was.
They
It
have
was.
the announcer dude that says, "Let's get ready to rumble."
I'm gonna die.
It's not spoilers. It's just a
Spoiler
stupid
if I can
little
care.
piece of shit.
Dumbo's mom gets pooped on. Yeah.
Ew.
No, they
yeah.
definitely do have the guy that says,
when that
"Let's
happened,
get ready to rumble,"
that
and he
happened.
says that twice in the movie.
I sat with that goofy grin I'll sometimes have, where I'm just like, oh.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You can go ahead.
I just wanted to say another thing about Dumbo is the one the one thing that really stood out to me in Dumbo is that there was a shot in which the camera was pointing directly downwards into a woman's crotch for like 10 full seconds.
It was great.
And then the next scene has this dude in the audience putting his opera glasses like up to his face, like, yeah.
With a great expression on his face, by the way. Like, aha, my wife can't see without her binoculars.
It was so weird.
Also, very tired of these like live action quote unquote remakes. Like, why can't they have color? Why are they just like ridiculously saturated?
Dirt,
like,
and
what?
more dirt. The color of dirt in Lion King.
I feel like a big part of the expression, by the way, is purely just the fact that like there's a lot of expression in eyes, and like when I'm looking at the
I feel like real lions make better expressions than what's in the movie.
yeah. They're just,
Well, didn't you? I actually saw a meme where they were like, "Oh, they say the animals can't be expressive," and then it had a picture of a cat that looked
Yeah, I saw it
terrified.
too. It was so good.
Yeah, it was perfect. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're right. They can do it."
yeah. So
Just make Simba look scared the whole time.
well, to finish off this podcast, we're pressing F for respect.
One more time.
For one more super chat sent to us by F. Again, Sarah, a big thanks to all of our super chatters.
Yes.
Do you have the lineup?
List. Yeah.
So we can say thanks.
All right.
I'm gonna we gotta say thanks to F every time.
Yeah. Okay.
So thank you to F. Thank you to Ryan Walterson.
And then thank you to me. We did this so good last time where we said the names at the same time, but you just
Miss.
said
I was gonna let you take this one.
No, it's okay.
Missy, thank you so much. And then thank you again
you,
to F. Thank you to Nora. Thank you so much to F. Thank you to Missy. Thank you to F. Thank you to Earthstar or Asian Daryl.
Yes.
Thank you to F. Thank you to Fritz Roll.
Roll.
Thank you to F.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so very much for your super chat. It's very, very generous crowd we had here tonight. F.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is this money? Yes,
F
it is.
you. Did you just say F? You did.
Wow.
F you. Oh my God.
F, you are amazing. Thank
Well, with that, I
On
say
this family-friendly podcast.
I just
that is done out the window.
I'm just. Let's get ready to Dumbo. Thank you to our podcasters. Again, thank you to our live audience. Oh my God, F!
One more.
F
from
sent in another one.
Thank you.
F.
Saying you're welcome.
Oh, F. And
What is your profession, my guy?
You just got F.
I don't
You have a
mind
job.
being F. But again, thank you to our live audience, and thank you to our listeners that listen on delay. We'll be back in 2 weeks to talk about the wrap up of BabsCon. Sarah, when will that be?
That will be
There we go. It'll be the 1st
of May.
So May 1st, we will be back here.
It's gotta be May.
It's gonna be May. You're right. so we'll see you all then. Have a great, wonderful rest of great 2 weeks coming up. For those that are at BabsCon, we'll see you there. And don't forget to press F for respect.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
He learns a meme and he thinks he's just like the king of it. Okay, I get
You know
it.
what?
No one teaching memes anymore.
Why?
Dim ponies.
Yes.
A good night.
Good night.
Goodbye, bye.